Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing good. So let us do a project in this video. Many of you were requesting me, please do some projects that we can build on and then put it in our resume. Because earlier I have made a lot of videos on what type of project ideas you can think of and then put that in your resume to enhance it. So I have almost done 2-3 kinds of videos which were like of C++ and in general also. So after that, many people requested me, and now I will be doing such kind of projects only. Let me just tell you one thing, that please don't directly just put this only, add your own thought and put, like, you need to enhance it, like then only add something for resume. I mean, if you have an interview tomorrow only and you just want to put something, then okay. But otherwise, I would request you to add your own thought also. So first project that we shall be looking at is a website blocker application. Now, actually, there are a lot of website blockers available. I just thought that maybe it will be fun start. Uh, basically, if anybody of you have downloaded a website blocker and the extension, if you have in your Google Chrome or whatever browser you have, then you are not able to access like social media and all. Like, you can list out the sites, and if you try to search those sites, it will say, sorry, the website is blocked. So you can restrict all the social media sites and adult websites and all those things. So yeah, website blocker application we shall do in this project. This can also be used to increase your productivity, that when you're in working hours, you don't get distracted. So it will actually help you. So what we'll do is, first we'll make an application and then we'll try to automate the application. Or what I mean by that is, whenever we switch on the computer, automatically the file will be running like that. Okay, so what all concepts will be learning in this project? Basically, Python file handling. See, Python I am using because anybody can learn it. You don't need prerequisite knowledge. We can use the internet whenever we want, right? So it's not a big deal. Just when you're using the net, just see and understand what you're exactly doing, and you should know completely about that. So Python file handling will do. Don't get scared if you don't know Python. It is just like English. And when I am doing the coding part, you will get to know it is very, very easy. Okay. So file handling we'll do, and how to schedule the task. And we'll also learn about working of host file and DNS, IP and all that. So basically, whenever we want to access the web, for example, when you are typing the URL like facebook.com, for example. So on your local machine, you will go to the web browser, then type the URL, right? Now that URL, when you type it, a DNS request, like domain name system request, will be sent. And actually what happens is, this URL, it is in human readable form, that will be converted to some IP address, okay, something known as IP address. That request will be sent to the server, and server will respond to you, I mean to that request, and then it will send that information. And basically when you open Facebook, whatever the front web this thing, the web page loads, right, all that data, where it is stored, it is stored somewhere, right? So that server, it will respond and you will be able to see that. How to block the website now? So what is happening, local machine is there, a request is being sent, and then to an IP address. So this IP address, we can gamble with that. So this IP address, if we change, for example, see now what is happening, the request that is going, it is going to the server, and when it goes to the server will respond. And what does it mean, server is responding? It will show an image, it will show that facebook.com, right, for example. Now instead of this request going to the server, if it does not go to the server, then the website will be blocked, because you won't get the information. When will you get the information, or when will you say that the page has loaded successfully? When you can see facebook.com or your home page, right? That is only possible if server will respond. But what if this request does not go only? So for that, what we'll do, in all our this thing local machine, there is something called host file. Okay, what is this host file actually? I'll put myself here. Yeah, there's something called host file. In Windows, I'll be showing you because I'm Windows user. Mac and Linux also, I think different, maybe, I'm not sure, but the same working. It's a protected file, okay? Basically, it has the mapping of IP address and domains. It has mapping of that. And what exactly happens is, see, when you type a URL and search for it, before it gets converted to IP address, it actually checks in the host file first. It first checks in the host file that if there is something that is already present over there, like if the domain is already present, then it will choose that IP address only. If domain is already present in the host file, it will choose that IP address. So what we'll do, we will map the domain, for example, facebook.com, to our own IP address, that is local machine IP address. So at that time, what happens, when you search, when you enter the URL, it will not send IP address to server. The request won't even go. It won't go, and it will check from the host file only. From the host file, it will check and it will get the IP address. And what is the IP address? Your own machine, local host. So the server won't respond. So Facebook won't load. So that website won't load basically. And you had already blocked it. So this is basically the idea, that instead of the URL, the DNS request, going to the server, it will go to we'll just redirect it to our local host. And in the local host, this host file, the domain of whatever website we want to block, it will be mapped to an IP address, which is our own local machine IP address. So this way, server won't respond. So basically, this is the basic idea of the project. Okay, so now let us see how to write the code in Python. So you might want to know, like, what are the basic requirements, like is there any installation setup and all that. Basically, you need Python. I mean, for this project, just download Python. There are so many resources available. I think downloading is very easy, Python. And I am using this Spider ID, Anaconda. You can use even Visual Studio or any other thing. There is no issue with that. Just create a new file and name it something. Like over here, I have named it a website blocker.py. I have named it that. So just do this much. Okay. Now what we'll do, so basically what all do we need? We need IP address of our local machine. So let me say IP local machine. So what is the IP address? It is going to be this, right? This is the IP address of a local machine. Fine. Then we will define how, like, what are the websites that we want to block. So let me make a list. So in Python, we have something called lists. It acts something like arrays only. So website list, I will say. Website list equal to, so I'll pass some websites. So like www.facebook.com, and I'll also pass only facebook.com. Sometimes it might give a problem. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, I'll just pass that. And one more I'll pass, like suppose instagram.com I'll pass. Okay. Just pass www dot the website as well as only the website, just for a safety. I'm not exactly sure what the reason will be. I am also not sure. If you know, write it in the comments, but yeah, just do this much. So basically it's a list having all the websites that we want to block. Fine. But now we don't want to block the website forever. We have a specific time. Let us say in our working hours only we want to block the website so that we don't get distracted. So we have to define our working hours, right? So what I'll do is I'll say start time start time is equal to, let me say, when do we start working? 9 o'clock. We start working at 9 o'clock. And then end time, we work from 9 to what? 6. That is the usual work time, right? I don't think anybody works after that. So 6 is, I guess, 18. Correct. So we have now a specific time, and during this time only, so as soon as it hits 9 o'clock, the clock hits 9 o'clock to the clock touches 6 o'clock, we should not be able to access these websites. Fine. But how to get to know the current time? I want to know the current time, right? Suppose this application should be running at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. How will I know it is 2? How will the program know it is 2 o'clock? For that, I think we need some libraries. So I think you don't have to bother much. Just include these libraries. You need date, time, and time, I guess. And okay. So let me find out what is the date, and if I want the current time. So the current time, what I have to do, I have to do now strf time. Basically, what this does is, this will give me a string and it will be of the form hours, minutes, and seconds, like how I've written this start time, end time, right? Hours, minutes, seconds, like that only. I think I have to pass here. I guess this is how I have to pass. So I hope till this much you have done. Please pause the video and try to understand until this much part. Okay, so now what we'll do, we will just try to print current time and check. So in Python, if you want to print something, you just say print and bracket that object. So let me see if this first of all runs. So let me save it. Yeah, it is printing our current time. It is 4:11. So 16:11 means 4:11, correct. So until here it is working. Now what did I say? We have to have this thing, access to our hosts file. So that host file will have mapping of domain and IP. And what is the main advantage of host file? Let me revise if you didn't listen carefully that time. Whenever in a URL, in the search bar in a browser, you type a URL, instead of the URL, this thing getting converted to a DNS request and it being sent to server, first it will check in the host file if the domain is already present. If the domain is already present and it is mapped to some IP address, that only will be preferred first. It will not go to server initially. Okay, so I need the path. Where is the file first of all? So if you're a Windows user, I can tell you Mac and Linux, I will put in the description. I will research about it and put in the description. Okay, but Windows user, what you can do, you go to C drive and then go to Windows. Okay, after going to Windows, go down and I think you need to go to System 32. Okay, then you need to go to drivers and then here. So this is the path. Okay, this is going to be the path, Windows, System 32, driver, this one, and here see host is there, this file. If I click on it and I'll open the notepad and show you how it is. See, this is how it is. Okay, you can pause the video and read. Basically, it is a mapping of IP address to host name. and there is a specific way this file should be written. See here, each entry should be kept in an individual line. IP address should be placed in the first column, followed by corresponding host name. Basically something like this. Okay, something like this, basically it should be fine. Here it will come this thing, our local host. So what is our local host? So this one, our IP address, localhost IP address, this one. And here our websites like Instagram, Facebook and all. And then this file has to be stored and saved. Okay, so we have to write to this file. So we need to know some basic file handling concepts. Not that big a deal. I'll just tell in the video only. It is very easy to understand. But first of all, okay, so this is fine, right? So now we need the path. So let me write the path over here. So path is going to be this. Okay, so this is going to be our path. And now what we will do, we will run an infinite loop. Why we need infinite loop? Because this process should keep happening. What is the process? First of all, we'll check what is our current time. If our current time is in the working hour period, then we should write to the host file all the websites that we want to block. If it is not in our working hours, we should delete all the information in the file so that we don't need to block the website. So while true, I say if start time, actually it is better I write like this, end time. Okay, so start time is less than or equal to current time, and current time less than or equal to end time. Basically this is working hours. So let us print on the console or whatever, wherever, working hours. Okay, so this much part is done, and actually over here it should be if, right? Okay, so we have printed. So now what we are doing, if it is in working hour, the time, okay, so we'll print working hours on the console. Now what we have to do, we have to write to the file. So we'll say with open. And what is the file that we want to open? Host path. And in what mode should we open? We should open in write mode. We can use R+. So you can Google it in Python, how the file handling, what is the method to use to write to the file? What is the symbol? So please Google it and see what you get. So it is R+. R+ is a mode in which you can read and write. So I'll open file like that. Okay, I'll open file like that. Now I want the content of the file. So I'll say content equal to file.read. Okay, why I want the content? Because I want to check if this facebook.com, instagram.com, all that is present in the file or not. If it is present in the file, I will just pass. I won't do anything. But if it is not present, then I have to write. I have to write to the file. I have to write that IP address, like it was mentioned, you should write IP address space the domain name, like that I should write. Okay, fine. So I have the content now. Now what I'll do, for website in website list, for website in website list, that means I iterating through this list. I have made a list, right? A list of, these are strings, but basically it is website names, domain name. I'll iterate that and I'll check if website is in content. Then I will pass. If website is not there in this content, then I will write to the file. So try to do this by yourself. Pause the video and try to do this much. Like write to the file if that website name is not there. Otherwise, you just pass. So I hope you tried. And if you did not get it, okay, let us do it. So if website in content, if website in content, then pass. Else we shall say file dot write. And now what to write to the file? How should we write? IP address space website name and then /n, because each time we have to write a new line. So IP of local machine, let us copy that. Okay, plus we need a, sorry, plus, right? Plus we need a space here, plus. So in Python, if you want to print a string, like a string consisting of different words, and if there is space and all, we use plus, we want to concatenate. Okay. And now what we should say? We should say website, right? And plus /n. So in the hosts file, IP address, that is our this 127.0.0.1 space our website name, for example www.facebook.com and then /n. So this will happen here. So that's all for this part, that is when we are in our working hours. Now what to do if we are not in our working hours? So let us say else we need to print non-working hours, right? Okay, but we have printed non-working hours, fine. But now we also have to append our file. We have to append our file because otherwise what will happen, that content, whatever we wrote in the file, it will always be there. Even if it is in non-working hours, that file will always have that content. And whenever we try to search that domain, it will go to that file and it will redirect to our local machine and website will be blocked forever. So we need to now see a method in which we can erase all the data in the file and make it as it was, however it was. So what I'm saying is, see now how is the file? Let us see how is the file. Okay, so this is the way file is. What I'm saying is, I want to do something such that I append everything in the file and truncate it and I get the same file back when I'm in my non-working hours. But when I'm in my working hours, what I want is after after this line, I want messages to be printed, some lines to be printed here. What are those lines? The website, domains and the IP, which is our local host. That's what I want during working hour. Non-working hour, I want this same file. So how to do that? We have to use a truncate method, which is basically going to delete everything which is below, and also seek method, file seek method. What will file seek method do? Basically, file seek method, it will go to the starting of the file and it will start writing all the lines. And truncate method, what it will do, when you stop somewhere, right, at the place where you stop, everything below that will be erased. So we need truncate and seek. Okay, so try to do this by yourself. Okay, so now we'll open the host file again, and again in R+ mode only we'll open. Then we will say file.seek. So it will go to the starting point. But actually, before we go to the before we use file.seek, let us get the contents of the file, right? So whatever the content of the file is, we'll say file.readLine. Why are we doing read line now? Because we want to print each and every line back to the file. We want to print each and every line. What does that mean? See, I'll go back here. See, this is first line, copyright, this, right? What we want to do, this whatever line is there, we want to print it back. Actually, from here only. We want to print this line back. Again, this line, each line we want to print it back so that we get our original file. But we are using file.seek so that we start writing from top of the file, from the first this thing, from here, the top corner. We want to start writing from here so that after we write, we end up in this place. And then if we truncate, whatever is written below will be deleted. That's what we ideally want. So now we have used file.seek and we have content of the file. Now again, what we'll do, we'll say if not any website in. So now what are we actually doing here? See, if there is no, like the websites over here are there, right? If this website name is not present in any of the line, see, content will have what? It will have the line, each and every line as a string, each and every line of what? Each and every line of the host file. So in the host file, each and every line, we'll check if any of these website names are there. If these website names are not there, then only we will write that content back to the file. So what I mean by that is, see here, first line, if you see, it does not contain any website name like facebook.com or instagram.com or whatever website name we have given in our website list that we have made, right? So because there is no website name, we will safely write this line back to the file. So pause the video and try to do that part. So here content will have strings. It is not just one string, it will have multiple strings and each string will represent a line. So I have to say for line in content, I have to traverse through this content, this thing. Okay, these strings, you can say. For every line in content, I have to check if not any website in line for website in website list. It means that I'm saying for not any website in line, these websites that are there in the website list, if there is no such website list in the line that I'm currently at, I'm going to write this file. So write this to the file, file.write, what is it going to be? Line, right? This is what I want to do. Otherwise, what I want, I mean, not otherwise actually, afterwards I want to say file.truncate, because I want to delete everything that is present, that is not present in this thing, that should not be present in my file. That is, in the non-working hours, I don't want this facebook.com and all to be present in my host file. That is what I'm saying, should not be present. Okay, and here what I'll do, so this was the else condition which is done now, and here I'll set time.sleep. This what it will do is, what this time.sleep will do is every 10 seconds, it will print on the console, whether it is working hours or non-working hours. And every 10, basically this, whatever is the result of each and every iteration, every 10 seconds, we'll get to know. Okay, every 10 seconds, it will get to know, we'll get to know. So if I save this now, and if I try to run this, let us see if I get some error. So it is saying permission denied. The reason why this is giving permission denied to this is because this file in Windows is a protected file. So what I'll do, I'll open command line. I'll open command line, and actually because it is a protected file, I should open command line as an administrator. So let me open command line as a administrator. Okay. And after opening command line, see the path has changed. So now it's an administrator. But where is my file here? Actually, my file is in a this Python file is in a different directory. So I need to change my directory. So cd, and where is it? It is in users, actually slash users slash Rajiv slash dot spider py3. So you need to know where your this thing Python files are going to be stored, and wherever that is, provide that address like how I have done, and cd is to change directory. So now I have changed directory. Okay, and now if I say Python website blocker.py, so it is saying working hours. So it is working hours, and basically what I'll do, I'll try to check the host file. So as you can see here, the host file, it has the domain, this thing domain over here mapped to the IP. This IP is our local host. And you can ask me, why is it being printed from here? Basically, wherever we keep our cursor last, from there it will be printed. So that is why this file.seek is very important, because we have to always place back our cursor here. Okay, that is why file.seek is important. So see here, each and every this thing website is over here. And now basically if I try to run, suppose I try to run facebook.com. See, if you see here, facebook.com is not being able to load only. It is not being able to load because it's working hours. What is happening? See, facebook.com I typed here. The DNS request did not even go to server. It went to this host file. So this host file is there now. It went here and it checked, okay, facebook.com. What is the IP? This local host. So redirect to our local host. So we are not even getting the loaded page. If you want to try Instagram, see, even Instagram is not working. Instagram also is not being this thing loaded now. Okay. Now what I will do is, okay, so see, working hours, it is being printed every 10 seconds because we have given time.sleep, right? Every 10 seconds it will be printed. So I'll stop this for now, wait. And I will show you, if I suppose now change my working hours to, instead of 6 o'clock, if I make it only 3 o'clock, I'll save this. From 6 o'clock, I made it 3 o'clock. And if I run my Python application, see, now it gives the time as well as it says non-working hours. It is saying non-working hours. So if I try to load my Instagram, see, Instagram is loaded. Facebook also will be loaded. See, Facebook is being loaded and I'm getting Facebook. I'm getting Instagram. Now you want to check your host file. You can check host file also. What will happen in host file? See that those lines are gone now. See, those lines are completely gone now. So I hope this project, this much you have understood this much. Okay, I hope this was clear. So you can pause the video now, and actually now I think 80% is done. 20% is remaining that we want to automate this. Like whenever we start our computer, this application should be running in the background as a process, and it should recognize which time and should I block the website or not, should I write the content to the file or not, that and all it should focus. So just a quick summary. IP address we mentioned here, website list that we want to block we mentioned here, the host path file, host file path we mentioned here, and working hours, what is start time, end time is here. We got our current time, stored it in a string format, we printed our current time. Then we are doing infinitely, what are we doing? We are checking if we are in the working hours. If we are in the working hours, we open the file, we see the content of the file. If a website is present, if any of the website that we want to block is present, we will pass. Otherwise, we will write the file in this manner. Local IP of local machine plus space plus website /n. Like this we'll write. Okay. So we have written to the host file. If it is in non-working hours, then first of all, we get content of the file as lines. We want to print back all the lines. Fine. Why we want lines? Basically, we want to check if website is there or not. If website is not there, only we want to print that line. Sorry, we want to write that line back. And file.seek is important because we want to start writing from top, from beginning. Okay. If we don't write from beginning, what will happen? It will be added. Multiple times the same thing will be added and our file size will become large and our objective will not be achieved. So here what will happen is, if we don't give seek, the same content, whatever you see here, will be printed from here. From here it will be printed. So to avoid that, we use seek method. Then we check every line of the content, whatever object we have, and we check if any of this website name is in that content, is in that line. If it is not there in that line, that is why if not any, then we write that line back to the file. And finally, don't forget to truncate. Truncate means like just deleting everything. Okay, so let me see you for this thing, and I hope till here you have done. Let me see you for the next part. That is, the video is not over. I'll just show the next part also. Okay, guys. So if you are still here with me, if you have watched the video till now, that's really good. I'm really happy. And so we were successfully able to, block the websites that we want to by writing a Python application. This is very simple. Now, what we want is, whenever we start the computer, a process should be happening after we start the computer, process should be occurring in the background, and we should not be able to access those websites. Basically, in the working hours, we should not be able to access, and we should not open our command prompt like this and type the code. So we don't want to do anything. It should happen in the background. For that, what we need to do, first thing is this Python file that we have, website blocker.py, change that to .pyw. So go to file and save as, and then you just did .pyw. Okay, I've already done that part. Please do that. Change it to .pyw. Why? Because we want our Python application to run like some exe format in the background actually. So when you say .exe, if you give that exe file to anyone can open it, right? In any computer like that. If you want a process to be happening in the background, .pyw is the way to go. So first step is do that. Okay. So after you have done that, what you can do is go to start this thing, start menu, and say task scheduler. go to task scheduler. Fine. When you have gone to task scheduler, see on the right side, there will be create task. So click on create task. Now we have to give a name, right? So we'll say website blocker. Okay, we'll say website blocker, and now we'll go to triggers. Here we'll say new, and it will say begin the task when. We'll say at startup. Fine, we'll say at startup, begin the task. Go back to general, and sorry, I forgot to tell you one thing. You have to check this box, run with highest privileges, because otherwise Python might it might not run the file from here. It might not run the file, so there is a chance that might happen. So run with highest privileges. Okay, then action. Okay, now go to action and say new. Yeah, say action is start a program. What program? So you have to browse. So wherever you have stored that file, right? Wherever you have stored that file, so mine is stored here. See, it is websiteblocker.pyw. Wherever you have stored, go to that directory and click on that file. Fine. And then say OK. And the conditions, start the task only if computer is on AC. No need. You can uncheck that. And you can say OK. So I think, yeah. If you see here, see website blocker is there. If you see here, website blocker, it is now there. It triggers at system. So what you can do is now you can shut down your system and start again. I'll just show you like this only. If you don't want to shut down, you can just say run. So if I run here, okay. And now if I want Instagram.com, see, Instagram.com won't come. It won't be loaded. So our Python script, see this script now, it is running in the background. And Facebook also, if you want to see, most likely it won't come. Yeah, it's not going to come. So this was our project. And I hope you are able to understand everything. I made a small presentation also. So a small presentation to explain what the project is. I hope you like that and were able to understand with this diagram and all, basically what is happening. Instead of the DNS request going to the server, it is going to our host file and checking there only that that domain name, is it mapped to some IP address. We are just redirecting the request to our own host. See, this type of this technique, right? It can be used for many things also. And when you're doing web development, this host file is also important. So this is actually a very basic project, but it will be useful in many other fields. You can also block advertisements like this. There are many applications, you can read about them. Just click on host file in Windows or Mac, whatever it is equivalent to that. In Linux also, whatever equivalent. Okay. And yeah, that's all. The code is there. This is our first project. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. It was really exciting for me to make it, and I hope you liked it. Hit the like button. It will really motivate me. Share to all your friends, and please subscribe to the channel. I know the video little lengthy, but I had to explain the entire project, right? So please sit in one go and just see, and you will get it. Okay. And I hope your resume will be elevated to some extent at least. You can add many more other websites or add your own thought and modify this. So that's it for this video. Until the next video, take care, stay safe, keep learning, keep growing, stay tuned. Bye.